I will try my best to share with you some of experiences that we have learned from our master. First of all, I would like to say good evening and may God bless you all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. I'm trying to learn, around the world, everyone might be looking for someone to guide him or guide her. Because without a guide, we might find lots of obstacles. And many people try to run after this difficult journey of this life. And if there is no guide, then we will be falling into the traps of difficulties. And that's why Buddha was trying his best 5,000 years to find truth and reality. In India, at that time, Hindus were trying, until they are trying today, to find truth and reality. Moses never reached India or never reached the Southeast Asia or Northeast Asia or China. Jesus never reached. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam never reached. So it means people from their spiritual interest are looking for reality, to find reality. Where is reality? Why we exist? What is the benefit of our existence? Is it only to eat and drink and to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, which is nice to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. But is this life, or only to get married and have children? Is there something higher than that we are trying to find? And that's where is the role of the guide comes. I was lucky because I knew my guide since I was 12 years of age. He's our master and master of many people here. His name is, if we call him a guru, the master or guru, Shaykh Muhammad Nazim Adil Al-Haqqani. May God bless him and give him long life. He is 85 years of age now. I just came from United States, passing through, traveling around 5,000 miles from San Francisco to go to Morocco to attend a conference, and flying today to England to attend this meeting. And I was surprised when I came to this building to see written on it, friend's house. Means it is a building that has everyone under one wall and then under one roof. There is no differences. All of us, we are from one father and one mother. And that's why it gave me a sign and a signal that the people who will be attending here, and those even who are not attending, people are friendly and searching for reality. And reality, to find it, in order to find a reality, we must be like this. that screen. That screen, because it is white, it can take any color in it and can show and reflect the colors that you want to see. If that screen was black, then we are not able to see anything. We'll be blind. Means how much we are transparent in ourselves or in our hearts. How much we can purify and reach a level of enlightenment. To purify and clean our hearts to be white as that screen, then everything will be reflecting in the best way and showing the nice picture that we want to receive from the universe that we are living in. Everyone thinks there is a past and there is a future. But I will say, in spirituality, there is no past, there is no future. What is there is only the moment that we are living. That is the moment that counts. Because that moment is like the second that click moving forward. So what was present as the second of the clock moved forward, what was present becomes past. And what was future becomes present. So everything then is a moment. Everything is a second that second has everything in it. All these secrets, all this huge universe that we are seeing is in that second. And you might wonder what I'm speaking. If we go to physics a little bit, I don't know how many physicists here, but if we go to quantum physics, which they teach in universities, and we try to measure what is the lowest minimum time that we can measure. People, they say the lowest minimum time is a second. Some people, they say is a fraction of a second. Is a 60 of a second. So means the time, the hour, is divided into 60 seconds, 60 minutes, and the minute is a 60 second, and the second is a 60 of a second. That is the minimum that we can divide the second. But in reality, it is not correct. In physics, the second that we can count and we are able to count is not 60 of a second, but is a number that there is no language to express that number. And I will give the terminology in science. It is 10 to minus 22 of a second. 10 to minus 22 means a number that beyond our limits of pronunciation of that figure, it's impossible to figure. It is not billions, it's not trillions, it's not quadrillions, it's not billions multiplied by billions. It's 10 to minus 22 of a second. When the scientists reached that capacity and capability of finding and discovering that the time can reach so small that they are able to record it at 10 to minus 22, do you know what they found? they found there is no more time. Time is gone. It's become everything timeless, and our lives becomes timelessness in our lives. Everything because it's become energy. There is nothing except energy that exists at that smallest discovery or smallest number that the second can be lowered to its minimum. So when they found that discovery, they said, oh, means what Sufi people and spiritual people, what they were saying was true. Because for spiritual people, those people who are looking for reality never change. Reality is that energy that exists in every one of us. That energy that can make everything possible in this whole universe that we are seeing around us from the beginning of its appearance. As they say, the universe appeared, and anyone knows since how long the universe appeared? Huh? Anyone has a number? 15 million? Billion. She's correct. The universe, according to scientists, appeared since 14 billion years of light years. Means there is no way to describe how far was that. And all of that, we cannot find any living species except on this planet. Scientists are trying their best to discover other living species. They cannot. Everything is on this earth. That's why when Buddha was thinking and meditating and reflecting to know the reality, he was trying his best. He left his family. He left the kingdom. He was a king. His father was a king. He left everything to find that energy that has created that reality. What I mean by energy, because I need to make a definition a little bit, because sometimes when you give some lectures in some places, you find people from different backgrounds, and that's why you have to bring a little bit the attention of what you are speaking, and to limit the focus of your speech. And why I am saying Buddha, because I'm taking that example to show that before religions came, that is 5,000 years ago, there was someone in the Far East searching for reality. Means religion, when it came with Abraham and Moses and Jesus and Muhammad, peace be upon him, these religions, there were people that were looking and trying to find the reality and the messages that heaven is sending to us in order to learn and to understand where we are going and from where we are coming. So, our focus is how to be able to clean our hearts in order that we will be able to move forward. And why I'm saying the heart, not saying the mind? Why I'm saying the mind, not saying the light? We know everything that the speed of light is 300,000 kilometers per second. And it is constant. But the speed of the mind is higher than the speed of the light. Because if I am thinking now, I'm on the moon, in that moment and fraction of a second, I can be on the moon. If I'm thinking now, I'm on the sun, and you are, all of you now, if you can close your eyes and meditate that you are on that sun that appears in daytime, you might find with a deep meditation its heat. You might see its light. You might see the source of energy that it's bringing out. So it is faster than anything that you can imagine. And it is faster than the speed of light. Means you are moving toward the sun, which the sun is far away from us, around at least 60 million kilometers. If you now close your eyes and say, I am in the presence of my Creator, standing and bowing and prostrating, you will feel that presence immediately, as long as your heart is clean as that screen, because that screen will reflect that image in your heart immediately when your heart is white like that screen. The image of that presence, that holy presence, divine presence, will be reflected quickly into the heart of the meditator who is meditating at that moment. So, in reality, everything has to depend on meditation. And to find your goal or your goal in the future is to focus on that, what you want. If we want to say the future, which is not in reality as I was describing, but I cannot go in detail in that. That's why I said we have to focus on the present moment, because that present is what is important. There is nothing else that is important except that moment that you are focusing yourself in. As soon as that ends, that second moment will come, the third moment will come. So it is that moment, it is that present. When you die, it's one moment. It's that moment. Whatever come. So it doesn't count. So it is the moment that we are living in is what is counting. And that's why the role of the guide comes, because he has already, or she has already, if she is a woman master or a man master, that reality already existed in their hearts. And from here, we can feel that presence of our Lord, the presence of our Creator. I was speaking to a student coming from the Bay Area in California last week, and we were meeting near Stanford University. And we were discussing, they are young students, they are university students, 21, 22 years of age. I said, before I want to discuss with you anything, I want to establish the presence of the Lord, the presence of a superpower. Because if you don't believe in a Creator, then we cannot have a solution. And one of them, his name is Theo, said to me, very clever. He said, what do you think about Darwin theory? said, anyone of you knows about Darwin's theory? Huh? Evolution. Evolution of everything, even for a human being, that we are coming from the monkeys. He said, what do you think about Darwin's theory? I said, it is theory. It's not a discovery, it's not a scientific discovery. It is still a theory. So since it is a theory, there is a question mark about it. And today scientists, they have a big question mark about the Darwin theory. I said, why we have to involve ourselves in Darwin theory? If we are coming from the monkeys, why the monkeys do not produce any more? The monkey don't produce any more human beings. What happened? They stopped? Or they are still producing and getting more men and women that we can see around the world? He looked at me and said, you are right. If the monkeys were still producing, they would have produced human beings, but they are producing monkeys. I said, second, why we have to worry about it? It's not our problem. We know our origin. We are from Adam and Eve. He said, yes. I said, then it is the problem of Adam and Eve. It's not our problem. Let them find their origin. Let Adam and Eve monkeys and say, tell us what is our origin. He looked at me and said, okay, I'm satisfied. So I said, we have to establish that base, that there is a creator. The first thing I will tell you, and that's what I am bringing that here today, because I know most of you are spiritual people and lovely people and unique people, because you are coming under one roof, friend's house, like all of you friends to each other. And that's what's the beauty of it. From different races, from different nationalities, from different backgrounds, all of you coming to hear this nice music that they were just singing and playing. That is the music of the instrument. That is the music of this instrument. What you think about the music that is being made by us, by human being, and everyone is happy with it. It's very nice. What you think about the music that the angels makes, the sound that the angels create in their movements, the angels that they are around us in this huge universe. Their movement is a musical movement, it's a heavenly movement, it's a spiritual movement. And people might say, why we cannot hear it? Why we can hear this and we cannot hear the movements of the angels? What are these? These are our ears. But in reality, what we are hearing is through the drum. The drum, when the signals come to the drum sends it to the inner ear, whereas the inner ear changes it into a sound. So it is a vibration. Means everything is a vibration. Everything produces vibration. It's an electromagnetic waves that produce that vibration that people can hear. Now, why we are not hearing the angels? Because our drums can only understand one kind of a vibration that can decode and transfer it to the inner ear and give it a sound. Because our ear is not made out of a material that can take other signals, although there are a lot of other signals that scientists are recording that are swimming in this universe. This is like a satellite dish. All these signals are, as they go on the satellite dish, and then they will pull, that's what you call it, makes you to hear these signals. When you sit and meditate, many people around the world, which I know very well from different backgrounds, I'm not saying they are Muslims only, they are Muslims, Christians, Jews, Buddhists, Hindu, Zionists, whatever belief, whatever background is, there are people that they can hear voices because they are purifying their ears. As that screen is white, they are purifying the signals that come on the ears without any limitations or any fuzzing in the signal of that audio when they are hearing through the ear. In that way, we can understand that universe. Now I go back and I am saying to the students that this universe came through Big Bang, as the theory says. But I will ask a question, very simple question. Is that in this universe, the gravity is already, there is insignificant measurement of the gravity. And all this universe is like a void, an empty space. And when that big, huge explosion happened, usually when an explosion happens, if there is no gravity, according to physics, if you bring a ball and push it, give it a push, it will move forever if there is no gravity. Because the energy doesn't die. The energy of the push is equal to the energy of the movement of the ball until infinity. So when that big explosion happened in that empty universe where there is no gravity, who was that one that stopped everything in its place? Who was that one who was able to stop the earth in its place at the right moment, at the right time, and make the earth to turn around its axis? And make the moon to turn around the earth. Why the moon doesn't turn around its axis? Why only the earth has to turn around its axis? Why the moon and the earth, both of them has to turn around the sun, and the sun doesn't turn around its axis and doesn't move at all? Who made that? Is it Big Bang? Is Big Bang that has given every planet what has to do? The earth turning around its axis to create day and night. The moon turning around the earth to create the month. The moon and the earth turning around the sun to create the year. For us to learn mathematics and arithmetics. So that's what I was telling the student, to establish that there is a creator. So when we establish there is a creator, there is a superpower, then what we have to do, what is our job? Is to give time to that Lord to guide us toward our destinies. If we don't give time, and only we are busy in our daily materialistic life, looking for the pleasure of this world, and not thinking about how we are going to improve ourselves, then we are going to lose. And what we are going to lose? I'm not speaking about hellfire and punishment, because God is going to send us to hellfire. Then what? What, he is a tyrant? He knows that we are weak, and he created us and said, okay, I'm now sending you to punishment. That is not the Creator. The Creator created the creation with mercy, with love. So what is needed from us is to show love to our Creator. And how to show love to our Creator is to love each other. It's not to love only the Creator. It's very easy and simple to love the Creator. But it is very difficult to love each other. To be with each other. To extend our hands to each other. To build bridges with each other. To help each other. To visit each other. To work with each other. To throw away hate from our hearts. To throw away anger from our hearts. To throw away all kind of negative energy from our hearts. And look always inward and not to look outward. When we look outward, we are losing, we are falling into the mistakes and the problems. Because we are looking at the mistakes of others. And we are forgetting about our own mistakes. What is necessary is to look inward. When you look in, you go to the end. When you look in, you find the end. And when you find the end, you find everything. And what is that end? When you look in, you find the end. The double end. Which means you find the house. You find where you belong. You find the reality where it exists. And that's why there is a saying says, ما وسعتني سمائي ولا أرضي ولكن وسعني قلب عبدي المؤمن. Neither my heavens nor my earth contained me, but the heart of the believer contained me. How you can contain the Lord in your heart? The Lord is saying that. We are not saying that. The Lord said, the heart of the believer contained me. When you are looking inside to find the house of the Lord inside you. The heart of the believer, قلب المؤمن بيت الرب. The heart of the believer is the house of the Lord. And God created us from one father and one mother. Makes us nation and tribes to know each other. The best among us are the most sincere. So the sincerity and the piety that we have to look for it and search for it, we will be able to find ourselves. And that's why we always encourage our students around the world to play music, because with music it will encourage them, it will uplift them to a level that they will be able at that moment to focus and meditate more inwardly than outwardly. Because when they are hearing that nice musical sounds and this nice wording, as our brother Shaykh Ahmed Dede and his group just now they were wording, because why we work? Why they are working? Because I think most of you know, and this time everyone knows about Jalaluddin Rumi, the Rumi, that he is the master of masters in many centuries. Before, he was working with his students. But why he was working? What does warning means? is only something that we are trying to show. It is a show, or it is a movement, or it is a meditation, or it is a power of energy. Why we are whirling? Many people might ask this question. Many people might ask you, Ahmed, also, why this whirling? Many people go to Turkey today to go for that festival. It's going to happen now in 1 month's time in Turkey, that in Konya. But many people don't focus on meditate why Rumi was whirling. And the story of that is one person, a Bedouin, that from the desert has no clothes, nothing. Barefooted, naked Bedouin. He came to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, when he was giving his Friday service, and he asked him, when the day of resurrection comes. And the Prophet said to him, it is a long journey. What you have prepared for it? And he looked. All these people with Prophet are praying, and they are very sincere and sitting and listening and focusing and meditating. And that naked Bedouin standing at the door and asking that question out of the blue, with no way of etiquette, standing by the door holding his hands and saying, when is the resurrection day? And the Prophet said, what you have prepared for that? He said, I have prepared one thing. He said, what is that? And everyone wants to hear what this man is going to say. Illiterate man, no clothes, only covering his back a little bit here and there, no shoes, asking that question to the messenger of our Lord, and everyone wants to know what is the answer. And what he said? One word. He said, what I am preparing is my Lord's love. That's what I am preparing. This is what I have in myself. I love him, I love you, I love all prophets that came before you. So what you expect, the Prophet said? He said, it's enough. You don't need anything else. He didn't go inside the mosque and pray. He left and went. Out of happiness, they were whirling in the mosque, in the presence of Prophet. So Jalaluddin Rumi, of course he is a big scholar, when he said in his famous teaching poetry, he said, and I'm translating from the Arabic to English, he said, I don't know myself. I don't know who I am. Might be many people know what they are, but me, I don't know. I don't know if I am a Muslim, or I don't know if I am a Christian, or I don't know if I am a Jew. I don't know if I am a Buddhist, a Zoroastrian, a Hindu. I don't know, except I know I am the servant of my Lord. And he was whirling. When he was whirling, when someone turned What will happen when they turn? Stand up. One of you. Turn, yeah? What happened to his clothes? It's moving up and turning in a speed that equivalent to the speed of his body. Is enough. Is enough. If he speed a higher speed, it will create higher energy. If he keep working more and more, speeding more and more to 500 miles per hour or 800 kilometers per hour, what happened? Like the plane flies. It's because when you turn, it creates energy. When it creates energy, it pushes you up. There is no more gravity that can put you down. You will be out of the gravity of earth. You will be only on the gravity of heavens, because the soul will go back to its heavens, to the heavens. So what happened is that Jalaluddin Rumi, when he was working, he was able to produce a speed equivalent to a speed that can take him and rise him from floor up to the ceiling. That Jalaluddin Rumi, we are not Jalaluddin Rumi, that's why we are working where we are. But if it was Jalaluddin Rumi, he would be flying up. So that is a sign of love to the Lord. After the Bedouin said, what I have prepared for the resurrection day is love to the Lord and love to all prophets. Means I respect my Lord and I respect the Prophet. And he left. He didn't pray even anything. And Prophet said to him, it's enough. You go to paradise. That's why it is said in Arabic, Al-mar'u yuhsharu al-mar'u ma'man ahab. The human being will be resurrected with whom he loves. If you love your Lord, you will be resurrected not with him until you love his servants. Because loving the Lord is easy, but loving the servants is difficult. You want to show respect to your Lord, love his creation. When we love his creation, we are loving him. When we love the Creator, we will be with the Creator. And that's why he said in the narration that يُحْشَرُ الْمَرْءُ مَعْ مَنْ أَحَبَّ, everyone will be resurrected with whom he or she loved. If you love your wife, or your father, or your mother, son, or your daughter, and love your Lord, you will be with that family in the divine presence. If you hate people and introduce lot of hate around the world, you are going to be away from God's mercy. And those who are creating hate toward any country and toward any kind of people are wrong. They are doing something wrong. They are trying to get advantage of some political stance in order to create a confusion. So be aware of that. We are spiritual people, we are Sufi people, we love everyone and we forgive everyone. I was in a conference in Washington, on a Sufi conference in Washington, and there was a big professor, he's very well known, I will not mention his name now, but I was so happy with what he said. I will mention his name, is okay, he's my friend. His 90th birthday is coming, 1st of May. His name is Bernard Lewis. He's very well known. he said, the Sufis, people around the world, they can tolerate each other. And that's why tolerance is accepted, is wanted. But the Sufis, they don't only tolerate, but they accept. We tolerate and accept. Whatever we can see or whatever we can feel, we try to digest it. And I think everyone attended tonight here is for sure, she or he is a spiritual person that is like a beautiful flower in a garden. And that's why you look at this beautiful garden here. When you look at a garden from one flower, it doesn't give you a taste. One flower, you look 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and then you say, oh, okay, turning my face, it's finished, it's enough. But when you look at a garden with hundreds and hundreds of different flowers and different colors, you keep looking and looking and looking and looking for that one that produced this garden out of his love or her love. May God forgive us all, and may God bless us all, and may God guide us all.